Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. We back, shawty! This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews Experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, baby, we back. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but them folks sat us down forcefully. Are you? What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, shawty. If you not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
And we got to thank God every minute of every day. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. And I'm in Moco on your behind.
Yeah,
what up, though,
man?
Judgy?
Everything is fantastic, sir. How about you?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing
What's
absolutely
going on in the
wonderful,
big city?
Well, the wife is on a mission trip in South Africa. The minute she told me she was going to be in South Africa for the entire spring break,
Use that as an opportunity.
I'm coming to see my mother. I'm coming to see mom,
and
I'm coming to have backup with these kids.
Right, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Or are you, making sure you get down there because you got a built-in babysitter and our mother? Is that it?
I would never call her a built-in babysitter, man. And as a matter of fact, she has been here with them for about 5 hours by herself. That's about it. But yeah, man, it just makes more sense to have backup if the wife is going to be gone for an entire week, you know?
Right. All right.
Kids will drive me crazy, man.
So everything is good at the crib, Moco, the big city Moco, we call it.
Everything's great, man. Everything's great.
Fine. See any people?
Yep.
See any our home people?
I have seen a couple of our people. As a matter of fact, man, when I got in Sunday, Dr. Scott sent me this. Okay. There's no label on the bottle.
That's what I was about to say. Where's the label?
It is our new Southern Edge Tequila Limon. Limone. Okay. So we're going to be putting that on the shelves soon. We sat down at Babs Wine Bar with Keisha and Mario and Harold, the whole crew, and we tasted our new product for 5 hours, man.
Right.
5 whole hours. And I was very excited to wake up on Saturday. I was very excited to wake up on Sunday with no hangover after drinking tequila all night long. Yeah. So I'm very pleased and proud of the new product. Of course, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience are sponsored by the good folks from Southern Edge, fueled by Southern Edge. Check them out on the web, southernedgebeverageco.com. Follow them on all social media platforms because that is going to be the way to get invited to the gigs that will be starting at the end of this month, if not sooner. So make sure you do that. Follow Southern Edge on all social media platforms and make sure you know what the website looks like so you can find a way to get our product.
Okay. Southern Edge.
What's up with you, sir?
Co.com. Sweet tea flavored vodka and salted caramel flavored whiskey. Check them out. SouthernEdgeBeverageCO.com.
Before you get started, I want to say something that only Tree, which we'll invite in a second to say hello, only Tree and the Dread will understand. I don't have. I'm in Moco. I'm not in my home studio. Okay, right, I'm not at the bar I would go to that's down the street like you are.
Yeah, I came back to the same bar. They take care of me here. It's like
you
Cheers.
should.
It's like
just
Cheers.
like Cheers, man. Hey, Doug. They probably do that every time you walk in, right?
Doug.
Right. Well, you asked me if I didn't have something that could cover up the background. Like you didn't do an entire show from a hotel room with a jacked up microphone. It blows my mind how you're such a judgmental SOB. It blows my mind.
No, I thought you had better technology than I did. Some of these computers don't need a green screen. Some of them automatically can place the background without a green screen. That's all I was giving you props, actually.
So
and you see how you are? You took it the wrong way. I was actually giving you props.
I'm on the road just like you were, and
you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Go ahead.
I didn't stop cutting me off. I didn't bust your testicles. Okay, and the first thing you say right before we come I'm trying to say something.
You knew my computer didn't have that capability.
I thought
yours was better than mine.
I've even tried to put $5 on your new computer that you refuse to get because your old technology is 20 years old.
I'm not wasteful.
And everybody can tell that.
That's not true. My computer is not 20 years old. I'm not wasteful. Like, you remember, we couldn't get up from the table until we ate our food. My computer has a lot left in it. It has a lot to give the world. And I'm not just going to get rid of it just because I can. And we didn't grow up like that. We didn't
got a mainframe. He got one of them big old mainframes in his house.
That's not true. That's not true. I have a desktop. A desktop is different than a mainframe. Call it what it is, sir. Please.
Everyone listening to the. I apologize. No, I apologize. Listen, can the lovely Tree Taylor please come in and say hello? Tree, you got a second to come say hey, if you don't mind. Hey, Tree.
I know y'all not arguing while your mom is right there.
Well, she's not right here.
Poking right there.
No, I've asked her to leave. I've asked her to go to her own suite because I didn't want them in the studio moving around.
Okay. And so the kids.
Hold on, Doug. Hold on. Mom has a palatial estate. She worked all her life for a Tree. Yeah, she did it right.
That's right.
She did it right. She did it right. The kids are not here. The kids are in their own rooms also because I wanted it quiet even though I can't be in my studio.
That's great. I'm shocked that you're able to contain them like that.
What?
Because they're all over the place. They're all over the place. What?
Wait,
I'm not saying anything bad about the kids. See, you always miss.
Wait a minute.
Things.
Thank you, Tree. Tree, hello.
Doug, you do have a 12th generation phone and computer. I offered also to buy you. I didn't offer to give you $1. I was like, I'll buy it and write it off.
Now my computer and my phone is a joke.
20 generations behind.
Consistent joke around here.
You've got an iPhone 4, man. They've got 18 different models since then. 18.
That's a lie.
It's true.
That's like the 5th lie you've told in the last 3 minutes.
Tree, is your day going
everybody.
Good? Thank you. Very excited about the show tonight.
Everything is great. We're excited. I'm a little afraid about tonight.
The cow computer.
Texas Instrument. Bye.
With the 480p camera. Whatever. My picture looks good. Doesn't my picture look good?
It doesn't look as good as mine. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
That's not true either. That's people can desire your screen or mine. Look, and not only that, I'm in a bar. You're in our mother's living room.
That's true.
Right.
But we're both on remote locations. And anyway, that doesn't matter. It's like you decided to wear the condom that you put a needle through before you took it out of the pack. It doesn't make any sense. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Real quick, man.
What does that even mean?
A lot of people have been giving me shouts out about the music that we've been using. I got to give a huge shout out to our homeboy, Dub Slim. You know Dub, too. You know Dub.
Why would anybody even conceive the concept of putting a needle in a condom? Why? Where did that even come from? And what does it have to pertain to our conversation?
Your screen is busted, in my opinion, man. That's all. That's all, man. I listen, I don't want to start like this because
you already started like this. You already started like this.
No, real quick.
You started like this.
I apologize. You're right.
Okay.
I apologize.
You started like this.
Two Last Tues experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the great Tree Taylor, the great Naughty Dread. James is also along with us today for the ride. So I don't want any problems, man. I do want to get into the show.
You've been doing this since 74, 75. You've been doing this type of thing. Just always just mixing up and stuff and just throwing stuff off and monkey wrenches here and banana in the tailpipes here. You've been doing this since 75, 76.
But I'm always telling the truth.
2 or 3 years old.
I'm always telling the truth. I couldn't help it. I was telling the truth as a young kid. When I kept asking them, how come I'm taller than my big brother at 3? I was telling the truth then. And right now I'm telling the truth again.
You've told 7 lies. I'm going to keep a track. Just like CNN keep a track on Trump. And he's told like 48,000 lies over the last 5 years. I'm going to keep a track of your lies. You've told 7 lies in 6 minutes.
Hey, man.
7 lies in 6 minutes.
Them folk really trying to put that liar back in office too, man. His meters are like 50,000 lies already, and they're trying to put that cat back in the office.
It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
Okay, Two Last Tues experience. No, let's not do this. We're all over the place right now. Let's reel it in.
Fine. This man has documented 67,000 lies, and we brought this close to putting them back in office.
Thank God. That's it, God.
Dumbasses are we in this country? Huh? The man got 67,000 lies. He's got 76 nights. I mean, and we about to put it back in office. That's fine. Forget about those 67,000 lies.
Listen, the guy that didn't want to leave last time when he lost fair and square and incited a riot on the Capitol, let's give him the Oval Office again. And he's only told 82,000 lies to date. It's the craziest thing in the world, man.
It's the craziest thing in the world. And listen, and we're going to get back to what we go. I mean, we do this sometimes.
I'm sorry.
We do this sometimes. Not only that, here's the crazy thing about it. The guy led a revolt in the nation's capital. How can he even still be on the ballot?
So y'all gonna give him 4 years again to figure out how to never leave office again. He gonna be a Putin if you can let him get back in there.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
the craziest thing in the world.
That's very much in play.
It's the craziest thing in the world. He's gonna rewrite the Constitution.
We're gonna get away from this politics stuff,
okay,
man. But,
all right, I'm sorry.
No, but we can't actually do that on this show. And you're listening to this last
but we shouldn't know. Politics and religion, man, we really got to stay away from it.
I mean, from a 1,000-mile high view, we can.
Okay.
But
before we
shouldn't get too much into it.
Before we get to work on the Two Live Stews experience, viewed by the great folks from Southern Edge, I was giving a shout out to Dub Slim. I was giving a shout out to BMX, and I was giving a shout out to Jinx the Jester, cousin Joey, for the music that they blessed us with. It's legal, it's legit. We got waivers, we can play it, we can pub it. And if y'all looking for more good music and where to find those folks, please hit us up, let us know, and we will definitely tell you where you can find Dub Slim, BMX, as well as Jinx the Jester.
Hey man, P, we've been working on a deal for 45 years at least.
It's been a long time.
I would love to help him get signed, man, because the man got super talent, super energy, and he's about that life. He about them rhymes, man. That's his life.
Yes,
okay?
Yes.
Great BMX.
He's outstanding at what he does. I too have made it a mission in my life to make sure that I do the best that I can to assist him however it is possible.
I did a couple things this weekend.
Okay.
I went to the Legacy concert last night.
What?
Went to the Legacy concert. That's why we didn't do the show last night. I thought we told the world that. Didn't we tell the world that?
Well, we didn't do the show because we were watching the women's basketball tournament like everybody else was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no one even knew you went to the Legacy concert. You called her a lettuce last week, so I didn't think you even knew who she was.
Okay. Well, I watched the game. Don't worry about that. I watched the game today. Don't worry about that.
I'm sure you did. Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Guess who I saw at this concert, man?
Who?
The great Donnie Davis.
What?
Your quarterback at Georgia Tech. The great Donnie Davis. And you know what? He pissed me off. I'm going to tell this quick little story, man.
One time from Donnie Davis. He's my quarterback from Georgia Tech. North Carolina born.
For people that don't know, outside of Atlanta, outside of Georgia Tech sports, he was the quarterback for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets when you were there. Did y'all come in the same year?
We came in the same year. That's my classmate.
And Donnie was highly heralded coming at the Tech. And they kind of gave him the shaft, but
rated higher than Eric Zaire.
Okay. So Eric Zaire went to Georgia at that time.
Correct.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
So Donnie saw me. He's like, Dougie. He I think he's just pulling my leg and playing me. He really acts like we cool, like we go back. I think he's patronizing me to a degree, but that's fine.
That's who he is, man. He's a great dude, man. He's a great dude.
Saw me across the room. I said, Dougie. Ran over, dap me up. Yeah. And so an issue I got with Donnie Davis and people like him.
Oh, no. You didn't bring him up to talk about an issue with him, did you?
I think this is something we should share with the listeners. And you're watching Two Live Stews experience.
All right.
Donnie Davis got all his hair, man.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the F do he got all his hair? This man is 50. He got to be your age, right? So he's at least 50 years old.
He's 50 or 51.
Now, it's very gray. But like it doesn't look like his hairline is starting to recede or nothing.
Right.
Which really, really bothers me because mine started receding at 32.
Well, real quick. We're follically challenged, and it's in our genes. Our father's hair was thin at the top. He had that shag for years because the reason why he had the shag was because he could only grow it back here. He couldn't grow up here.
But actually, your hairline is dependent on your mother. That's a fact. I've heard that 1,000 times.
Punkin she could have locks down her bookie if she wants.
No, not our mother per se. Okay,
but
so
her father.
Males in her family is how our male pattern baldness should go or not.
Grandpa Joe was bald too. Yep. Now, our granddaddy on dad's side had a full head of hair when he died at 60, 61 years old. But if it's coming from the mother's side, Grandpa Joe was bald too.
I just had a problem with that. And I didn't say anything to Diane last night because I didn't want to cause a scene. But I was like, you Mickey Ficky, why you still got all your damn hair? That's how I was looking at him, man. Who you think you are, Ron O'Neal or something?
We got a lot. We got a lot to talk about in the Two Live Stews experience tonight. I can't stay all night long. So
I saw a movie too this weekend. We'll talk about that later.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about it now, we can. If you want to talk about it now, we can.
And also, we got a great top 5 as well.
Okay. What did we didn't do a top 5 the last show?
No, we didn't. So we don't have to review a top 5 from the last show.
I put time into today's top 5, man.
But the great Arlie is coming on, right, to do entertainment?
Not today. Arlie only shows up on Thursdays.
Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, but if you want, I can wake her up in Australia. I'll call her.
The reason I said that is because the top 5 kind of ties into part of what we do in the entertainment report.
Oh, you know what? We probably should move that to. Well, never mind. We got to do it now. But that would have been a great one for her to contribute to. She's a singer. She literally travels around the world singing.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the top 5 later, but you want to announce what the top 5 is?
I'm fine with that, sir. You go ahead, please.
Okay, because Tree already has our top 5s that we submitted to her.
That's right.
Right. We're not going to use them right now, Tree. We're not going to put them up right now. We're not going to put them up right
now. I wanted to tell you have 7 whole minutes, and I'm really concerned about something you wrote on the run about wicked people. I really am waiting to hear what that was about.
Oh, I sent y'all my mentions and everything. So I have written on there. Go ahead.
Thank you, Tree. Thank you very much, Tree.
I have written on there, wicked people out there don't want us to be successful. And to the listeners, don't let that happen. You are fighting the forces of evil. I have to remind y'all every once in a while, please support the Two Live Stews. Please support the Two Live Stews experience, the show. And everything that we do.
We all we got.
We all we got.
Them folk trying to suppress us and keep their foot on our neck. We need you. We need each other here.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, we have set up 2 easy URLs to follow the show. Okay. YouTube, 2livestews.com or 2livestews YouTube. I'm sorry. Let me back up. Just erase that.
Isn't it written down in your face? Isn't it written down right in front of your face, man? Come on, man. Get it together. What's going on? 2livestews YouTube.com and 2livestews Facebook.com. If you click those links, you go directly to the YouTube page and the Facebook page, and all you got to do is hit subscribe, a like, a follow, whatever the case may be. They're different on each one. And whenever we do a show, you'll get an alert. We got planned some morning and afternoon drive shows coming up here soon. That's right. Maybe not soon, but whenever we get a chance to. That's right. Yes. I was waiting for the studio audience. That's right. So I know y'all excited about it. Yeah, make sure you go to 2livestews, YouTube.com, and 2livestews, Facebook.com, and follow, subscribe, like the show. All right. Okay. All right. The top 5s are in honor of the great Marvin Gaye. Mm-hmm. Why would we be honoring Marvin Gaye today, sir? Today is his birthday. There we go. In honor of the great Marvin Gaye, who, if he had lived today, he would have been 84 years old. Wow. Ooh, do you remember that morning when Marvin Gaye got killed? I don't think Dad went to work, dude. And he always went to work. I believe it was a Saturday morning. Because I remember being in the living room and Tree wants to come on and clarify that. Okay, please.
One moment.
Take your time, Tree.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Because you cannot mess up music stuff.
Okay.
For me, singer.
Tree also sings.
Yeah, me too.
It was.
I keep forgetting that, Tree.
It was Easter Sunday. I believe he killed his son on his birthday. I was sitting at the table. We were eating dinner. Mm-hmm. It was in the afternoon, and the church stuff was on the radio, and all of a sudden his eyes on the Spirit came on.
Tree. I'm willing to challenge you on this.
I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should do that.
Let's go.
This was either a Saturday morning or Sunday morning. Okay? Because I remember sitting in the living room with our pops and the news flashes broke. And I remember him being so distraught because he was a huge Marvin Gaye fan.
Y'all watch TVs on Sunday? Okay, I'm gonna work on that. We couldn't have the TV on in our house.
That's why I'm thinking it was a Saturday morning.
You married to your people pastors or something, Tree?
Just religious.
Y'all were holiness?
Religious. And I'm telling you, I was drinking out of a green cup. I know when he died. Tina Marie, Aaliyah. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, I want you to look it up. I vividly remember it being Saturday morning. But the point is, today we're going to give our top 5 male R&B/soul artists of all time.
That's right.
Now, for the people that are just tuning into the show, I am up 6-1 in these little competitions, in the polls. After today's show, we'll post it as a poll in the Two Live Stews chat group. I'm going to give you my top 5. Ryan will give you his top 5, and you decide.
Really quick before we do that. We're not doing that right now, right?
No.
Okay. Really quick. Please repeat the poll question as it was presented to me one more time, just for the record.
Well, for going forward, because of the big fiasco we had last week, we're going to always have it in writing where we can pull it. So I text and email the same thing to you as I did to Dree. It's the top 5 male R&B/soul artists of all times.
Okay.
I'm going to give you my list. Ryan's going to give you his list, and y'all decide.
See, here's before we even get to it.
Here we go.
The problem's going to be, you're going to say, that's not an R&B singer. Oh, that's not soul. That's what you're going to say. You and I think Tree's in on it too, but y'all are going to try to find a way to make my list irrelevant prior to even putting my list out there. I already know that, and I'm fine with it.
Well, I mean, I think we can most of us can agree on what is R&B and soul and what is pop and what is other genres of music. We didn't say anything about pop. Okay, so I'm gonna say this right now.
Quick question.
I might be ruining your game. But if you have Michael Jackson in your list, I think you already lost.
You gotta be kidding me.
If you have Michael Jackson in your list, you've already lost, because Michael Jackson is considered pop.
That's
not R&B, not soul.
You gotta be kidding me. Why? Who? You got to be kidding me. You're on drugs.
People say Michael Jackson is pop.
Hey, man, Michael Jackson sang every genre of music. He had songs in every genre of music.
I think this is going to hurt a lot of people. It's fine with me. You can keep your list. I mean, obviously you're not going to change it.
You already know I'm keeping my list.
My
list is done.
I need you to understand.
It took me 3 hours to put that list together today.
You have to follow directions. And I think if the people are voting on this poll, I saw that. If the people are voting on this poll and you have Michael Jackson, matter of fact, that's his nickname, the King of Pop.
That's one of his names. Every song he sang wasn't pop. As a matter of fact, who had more rhythm and or blues than Michael Jackson?
You got Michael Jackson. You got Michael Jackson in your list, man.
No. I didn't say that. What about Little Richard?
You're not gonna try to change your list before we get into this thing, right?
No. What genre of music is Little Richard? Is he pop?
Little Richard is R&B. I would say R&B.
Okay.
You got Little Richard on your list?
Hey man, don't worry about it. I'm gonna win this thing today. It is the Two Live Stews. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. The great folks from Southern Edge are fueling this show. Okay, we're powered by the great folks from Southern Edge. Check them out on the web at southernedgebeverageco.com. We've got the new tequila limon coming out real soon. I'm sitting here, as always, with the great sweet tea vodka. Mm-hmm. And last night we enjoyed some of the salted caramel whiskey, but it's all good. Y'all check them out at southernedgebeverageco.com. I can't wait to talk sports with you, man. I can't wait to talk some sports.
Yeah, we get back from the break. We obviously got to talk about this Iowa-LSU women's basketball game last night. The playoffs.
Do you know who Ted Lasso? Do you know who Ted Lasso is?
Name sounds familiar. Who is that?
That hurts. That really hurts, man.
I heard you on another show.
It's the TV series, man. The star of the show is called Jason Sudeikis.
Okay.
And he was at the Iowa game last night with a shirt on that says, "Everyone watches women's sports." And it was Ted Lasso. I'm looking at it. I'm like, I knew who that guy is. Wait a minute. Oh, that's Ted Lasso. Yeah, it was awesome. But we got a lot to talk about, man. I can't wait.
We'll get to it when we get back from the break. Don't go away.
I can't wait to see how you hate on Caitlin today. I just can't wait. I just can't wait.
I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, but it's nothing like that southern edge, girl. I've been around the world.
Do any of your friends your age still go to strip clubs?
No.
Now, let me make sure and clean this up a little bit. If there's a strip club out there, a proprietor listening to this show right now, and they like for us to host Monday night at their establishment, we are there. I will come on a strip club retirement for a sponsor.
Or Wednesday night, or Thursday night, or Friday night, or Saturday night. I'm not coming to your establishment on Sundays, but every other night of the week, count me in. I'm in.
I'll come on Sunday if it's a check behind it. I will come, okay? Ryan does not have to come. He's got the little small children and whatnot. I will come.
Ladies, we know you wear a lot of hats. From fitness to packing lunches, grocery shopping, and running boutiques, you do it all. But tonight is about taking a break for yourself and not feeling bad about it. Whether you're a fitness enthusiast, a boutique owner juggling the world, or a devoted dog mom like Jen, Southern Edge understands that every woman deserves a moment to relax and do what makes you happy. Courtesy of Southern Edge, the only way to truly taste the moment.
Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Live Stews. The Two Live Stews experience going down in somebody's neighborhood right now.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate y'all for pulling up on us on this beautiful Tuesday.
So somebody said April 1st, 1984 was a Sunday. And Tree was right, 100%.
Well, you said Sunday or Saturday. You did say that.
I knew it was the weekend because I was home. I wasn't at school. I wasn't at somebody's school or something like that. But I thought it was Saturday, but totally wrong. Marvin Gaye left us on a Sunday morning. Or they started reporting. I think it actually happened maybe Saturday. And you remember TV used to go off at one point in time. This was a big discussion on social media a couple of days ago. TV used to go off for the younger people out there. What do you mean the TV used to go off? No, at midnight, they used to play the Star Spangled Banner, and they told the networks you have to shut down at this point in time. And everybody went to sleep.
Before we get into this Iowa game last night, I just noticed on your thing below your name, it says Berkeley High chess champion in 1988. Is that a true thing?
That's absolutely true. That's 100% true.
You do know I was the chess champion 2 consecutive years.
Wow. So that must make me the super champion because I beat you all the time.
1990 and 1991. Okay. Now, real quick. Did you ever beat the coach that was teaching y'all chess at the time? Because
what coach? I don't even remember that.
Whoever someone supervised the chess club, if you're telling the truth. If you're telling the truth, whatever chess club you were a part of, there was an adult in there with y'all. It wasn't a bunch of kids playing chess.
I don't remember that.
I had Mr. Simmons as the chess club coach when I was there.
I don't remember that, man.
Okay, well then that means you're lying.
It's not a lie. And not only do you know it's not a lie, like I don't think you beat me since I was like 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, well, real quick.
Or matter of fact, I don't think you've ever beat me. Because when I was 8 or 9, you were 6.
Don't make me do this again, man. But stop lying, man.
Stop lying. Would you do that? Why would you throw up your middle finger at your brother?
Because you're lying.
When's the last time you beat me at chess?
You beat me more than I beat you, but for you to even fix your mouth to say I've never beat you in chess is a lie. If my kids were here, I'd say it's a goddamn lie.
I don't think you've ever beat me in chess. Ever. Matter of fact, we haven't played a lot because I beat you so bad you didn't want to play me.
Right.
What are you talking about?
While you were in the chess club with other students that didn't have a coach. Come on, man. Everyone knows you're lying. You do know that, right?
All right, man. Listen,
That's like me saying I had a 1,000-yard rushing season. Oh yeah, but we didn't have any coaches on the sideline. Stop it, man.
Evidently, this is a sore subject. Let's just move on, man.
I agree.
I hate that I posted Berkeley High chess champion 1988. I just try to bring back some memories with these little headlines underneath my name, and you always just turn it into something ugly. After
the performance Caitlinclark had last night, you can't possibly have something
live Stews experience.
You can't possibly have something negative, something bad, something unheard of after what she did last night to last year's defending women's national champions. There's nothing bad you can. Oh, look at that. We'll get into that in a second. You got nothing bad to say about Caitlin today, do you?
What would I have to say bad about Caitlinclark today?
Well, every time I bring her up and we talk about it, it's something negative or something bad. Every time.
Yeah. Okay, let's just do it like this. I don't have anything bad to say about Caitlinclark. She played phenomenal last night. 41 points went off. They couldn't stop her. I have a lot of issues with what happened on the other team, the other side of the court with their competitor. We'll get into that in a second. But yeah, Caitlin played phenomenal. Who wouldn't say she played phenomenal? What negative can I say about Caitlinclark and what she did last night?
I'm proud of you. 41 points, 12 assists, 7 boards, breaking more records last night than anyone even realized that she was in a position to get. Do you know how successful her night was last night, sir?
Very successful. She scored 41 points, hit like 9 3-pointers, something like that.
She passed Tamika Johnson for the most career assists in NCAA history last night. Mm-hmm. She passed down Diana Taurasi for most career 3-point field goals in the NCAA tournament last night. She had 9 threes versus LSU, and that's tied for the most in any game in NCAA tournament history. There's more. I can keep going. She had a phenomenal night. She's a phenomenal player.
That's obvious,
and
right?
I just really want her to get the flowers that she deserves, even from naysayers like you, which it sounds like the performance she had last night has turned the other cheek. You've turned the other cheek. That's what it sounds like.
I still don't care for her. I don't like her at all. I really don't like her, the person. Okay. But a basketball player, she's phenomenal. Okay. Now, are you ready to talk about the other side of the coin and what happened with LSU and Reese and everything, all of that?
Definitely.
Why didn't they double team this girl, man? I mean, what I don't understand is what's the coach, Mulkey, that wears all of the
it's Mulkey.
Outfits or whatever the case may be. Okay, maybe you try to pair up one-on-one in the first half, which I don't think that I would have done that at all. I think the entire game I would have had 2 people meeting her before she even gets to half court. And force the other players on the team to make shots.
I've got an answer to the question.
Okay, go ahead.
Mulkey was trying to get cream for the little white girl at LSU that couldn't stay with Caitlin. She was trying to get cream for the little white girl that could not check Caitlin.
Haley Van Lith.
She kept her on her for the first half into the third quarter, and she had no business trying to check Caitlin by herself. Caitlin killed that girl last night.
And you're watching Two Live Stews experience. What do you mean she was trying to get her cream? What do you mean by that? I want to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money.
So you're saying she thought that the young lady could guard her and thus, elevate her profile and maybe get a shot at the WNBA?
I'm saying Mulkey sacrificed the LSU Tigers last night by keeping some little girl on Caitlinclark that was not worthy of checking her one-on-one. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Here's the thing. I don't think anybody can check her. Okay, no. Because she's good in the sense that she comes off of screens, she knows how to get free, and she's a great passer, okay? But my thing is that clearly wasn't working the first half, right?
No.
So why not the second half? You devote 2 players to get on her at half court, okay? Force her to pass the ball, because I don't care how good she is, she's not going to be able to get a shot off if 2 people are defending her, if they're up in her guts, and force other teammates to make shots to win. That's better than what happened last night.
Mulkey saw herself in that little white girl that she tried to put up against Caitlin-Clark to get her some shine. She saw herself. So that's why she kept her out there to see if she could find a way to get it done while sacrificing the rest of her team to get it done. She was doing a favor for the little girl that reminded her of herself, who did not have no business checking Caitlin-Clark last night. Johnson could have checked her. Johnson's longer. She got quicker feet. She could have checked her.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, and when they made that defensive move later in the game, it seemed to work a little bit better, but clearly, the Caitlin is so offensively a genius that they had to put and you know that type of thing where they put two players or one player in the NBA, it usually doesn't work when they double team somebody because the other players can hit shots.
Right,
everybody gets shots.
Right.
There was no reason in the second half of that game last night to continue everything you did in the first half. This is the definition of insanity.
The little girl that was trying to check Caitlin kept running under screens instead of over screens, giving Caitlin separation and space to shoot the ball from half court, and she was hitting everything last night. You couldn't try to go under a screen. You had to go over it to keep the space from creating more space from her shot.
So
but Mulkey just kept letting that little girl stay on her. Mulkey kept letting them try to go under screens. She cost them that game last night.
Let me say one more thing. I want to make sure I'm understanding you correctly, because the explanation you just gave I don't think was sufficient.
Okay.
Are you saying that the coach of LSU was point shaving?
No, I did not say that. No.
You're saying she just wanted this young lady, Van Liff, she wanted that young lady to have a good defensive game so she could be the hero if she were able to stop Caitlin? Is that what you're saying?
She saw herself in that girl. That's why she sacrificed the whole team. She was wishing on a star last night.
Wow.
Why would Doug tell me why else she would continue to let Caitlin devour her? Why didn't she switch it? Coaches, sir, the great coaches are coaches that make adjustments, in-game adjustments, and especially halftime adjustments to better their team, to counteract what is being done by the opposition. You've got to make adjustments. She let that girl on her all night. And then when she did make an adjustment, it was better, easily, because she had the only little white girl out there that was on her team checking Caitlin-Clark. It makes no sense, and that's how I see it, sir.
Well, maybe she was point shaving.
I didn't say that.
Maybe Mulkey was point shaving.
No.
I mean, because it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Sounds like point shaving to me.
Before we move off of LSU, man.
Or before we move off of Iowa. Okay.
Well, Iowa, but we were talking about LSU and Mulkey.
Yeah, but I want to talk about Angel Reese and after the game and whatnot. Go ahead.
That's what.
I don't really get to stand up for myself. I mean, I have great teammates. I have a great support system. I got my hometown. I got my family that stands up for me. I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time. And I just try to stand strong for my teammates because I don't want them to see me down and, like, not be there for them. So I just want them to always just know, like, I'm still a human. Like, all this has happened since I won the national championship, and I said the other day, I haven't had peace since then.
Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Live Stews experience. Sir, I think you should go first.
Well,
because all that crying Angel Reese just did, I ain't see no tears. I think you should go first.
No, and I was just about to say that. You actually saw tears. I actually saw tears.
Well,
okay,
maybe,
so I don't think it's contrived like some other people and want to feel like a victim or whatever the case may be. But what I will say is I don't like that whole thing she did last night. I don't like that because it's a classic case of you can give it out, but you can't take it. That's what it comes across as.
You can dish it out, but you can't take it.
That's what it comes across as. Now, I'll say that she was sincere, and she probably has been going through all of these emotions over the past year. But a lot of this comes with the territory because of that money you've been taking for being a celebrity, for being so flamboyant, for being so out there. So you got to take the good with the bad, the sweet with the sour. Okay,
Right.
I didn't like that. What I would have liked to have seen her do last night is to say, you know what? They beat us. They're a great team. Caitlin went off. There's nothing we can do about it. I had a fantastic career. Now I'm going to make this WNBA monies, and y'all can suck it. You know, if she were a dude and this was WWE wrestling. She last night, I didn't like the whole thing about the crying and talking about all of the issues she's had. Man, you done put a lot of money in your pocket because of your persona and what you did last year and winning a championship. She's won a ring. She won a ring.
$1.8 million in NIL money.
What was that a cry about?
1.8.
What was that a cry about?
I'm going to talk to you about the NIL money too. You just saw that picture that the great Tree Taylor put up on the air. When Angel Reese last year, while up, because they crushed Iowa last year, Angel Reese had her finger in her hand in Caitlinclark's face doing this gesture right here.
Which, by the way, I have no issue with it.
I
have no issue with it. I have no issue with that either. Last year, yeah.
I had no issue with that either. As a matter of fact, she was also walking around doing like this all game long when she put Angel Reese them on the bench last year.
Yeah.
Doing this and doing this. Okay.
Right.
When you do that and act the way you acted last year when you got the W, when you turn around and get spanked like you did this year, I don't want to see all the crying. I don't want to see all the tears. I don't want to hear about all the bad times you've had while you made your $1.8 million, which you deserve.
Yeah.
You deserve that 1.8. You
Right.
deserve that money and spend it however you see fit. But when you get your behind whooped by the girl that you upstaged big time last year with your antics, I don't want to see you behind the microphone crying. No, ma'am.
That, and you know what? It's no big deal because we're gonna forget about it in a day or two. She made a ton of money. She gained a lot of fame last year. The best way to play last night is to say, you know what? I would have been smiling because what she did last night gives credence to all of her haters. Like her haters got the satisfaction of seeing her kind of like down. You know what I'm saying? Her haters wouldn't have liked to see her say all of the right things and be like, I'm rich, bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Her haters would have not liked that the most. She actually gave her haters what they were wanting to see. I didn't like that.
Newsflash real quick to newsflash to younger folks that are influenced by social media. Newsflash to adults like our mother that is using social media. Don't allow that to become your reality. Don't allow social media to become your reality. If you're posting on social media and reading everything that people are saying about you, you need to fall back. You need to fall back. A lot of the things, because I've read articles in the last year about how she was being treated in class, how she had to take online classes because certain people were saying certain things to her in class. She was walking around campus and people were saying certain things to her while she was out in public walking around campus. Young folks at that age, the reason why they probably don't make a lot of money is because they're still easily influenced and they still have feelings based upon what others are saying about them. If you give me 1.8 million over last year and I lose in the Sweet 8 or the Elite 8 like I did last night, I'm not going to be behind the microphone shedding tears. And as a matter of fact, the great Tree Taylor asked me before the show if I've ever cried after a loss.
What?
I told her I've cried tears of sorrow and pain, and I've had tears of joy after losses and even after wins. But when the SID department comes to me and says, the post-game press conference is now, Ryan, we need to get you on the stage, I would always say, if I was crying, give me a few minutes before I go out there. I can't come out there right now. Let me get myself together before I get on that stage and before I represent Georgia Tech, my friends and my family with these tears of joy or pain. I'm not going to give anybody that. I need 5 minutes. No, Ryan, hurry up. You got to come on. You got to come on. Give me 5 minutes.
Right.
Angel Reese should have done that last night instead of coming out there acting like, woe is me. It's the end of the world. I don't believe this is how y'all doing me. When you acted the way you acted last year, Angel Reese. That's just my thought.
Every game that I had as a 7-year-old, when we lost, I cried.
But that's 7. That's different.
Hey, doesn't matter, man.
That's
Doesn't matter.
different. You're a kid.
Every Little League football game I had up until 8th grade, I cried when we lost. Now, we didn't lose a lot. We went several years undefeated.
Undefeated, no question.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
The Bucks going to Cowboys at Lions Beach, the Little League field, was amazing.
My point, though, is in her position, I don't think I cried.
Don't give it.
And the reason I think she was crying is because of all the cash ish she talked, and she knew she had to face the music last night.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep,
she kind of felt it was probably more embarrassment than hurt.
That's exactly right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's exactly right, sir.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Real quick, man, when we get back, after we pay a little bit of bills, Two Live Stews Experience, fueled by the great folks from Southern Edge. Check them out at southernedgebeverage.co.com. We're going to get into USC's game versus UConn and talk about Juju Watkins. But I want to talk a little bit of NIL money with you. I hate doing this to you, but I'm going to do it again. I did some research, and I'm going to ask you, in your opinion, some NIL questions. Okay?
So try
not to look it up during the break. We've already talked about Angel Reese and her 1.8 that she's made. Try not to look it up during the break, but I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to pose a question and see how many answers you can get right.
Okay. All right. We're don't go away. Two Live Stews Experience. Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. You're going to see some commercials, but we're telling you, once again, people like this, and I straight pull this from a TV show or a movie, but the price today is not going to be the price tomorrow. It's as simple as that, man. A lot of people have been hitting us up. We're really just trying to come up with a fair package for everybody.
Trying to do things the right way, sir. Trying to do things the right way.
And so if you are interested in advertising on the Two Live Stews, I created a new email address, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com.
The price today ain't going to be the same tomorrow, but I want to get in today.
The Two Live Stews Experience, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. We're looking for experienced radio sales people. Jump aboard right now. There's a lot of money out there to be got. All right. Because we promote the heck out of our sponsors, and they know that. We've had sponsors in the past that we would love to reconnect with as well.
Experience Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. He is Doug. I am Ryan. We're happy that you guys have decided to join us for the evening. We really appreciate it. Usually do shows on Monday and Thursday, but this week we changed things up because Doug went to the Lettucey concert. And last night there was some games on that everyone was going to be watching, so we decided to postpone the show until tonight.
Keep in mind, people watching, the schedule is fluid.
It is.
And I kind of mentioned it yesterday when the NFL starts back and Monday Night Football starts. We definitely going to have to move to a different night. But, that's the greatness of being able to do this on our own. We got flexibility.
Are you a tequila drinker?
I think it has yes, I am a tequila drinker. Long answer short.
I don't want you lying. I don't want you lying to
no,
make a dollar.
I drink tequila. I do.
Okay. The new Southern Edge Tequila Limon will be out soon, in store soon.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the labeling process done. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this spirit business. But it's a phenomenal drink, sir. I am sitting here enjoying some of it right now. It is a phenomenal drink. Make sure you check us out, southernedgebeverageco.com. We've got 3 spirits that everyone's loving right now. The new Tequila Limon, which will be in stores soon. The first spirit from our brand was sweet tea flavored vodka. And then we also have the salted caramel whiskey. Delicious stuff, sir. I can't wait to ask you this question.
Okay.
I'm not asking about just men.
Okay.
I'm not asking about just women. I'm not saying just basketball because this basketball season and it's the tournament. I'm not saying just football. I'm saying name me the top NIL receiving college students. Doesn't have to be in order, but if you can give me as many as you can out of the top 10, I would appreciate it.
Damn. Can we just do top 5?
You can give me 5. Yeah, 10
top
is
5.
long. Give me 5.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Give me 4 because last week you got 4 right. You went 4 for 4. That's why I gave you credit for getting 10. You're right. You're probably not that smart. Give me the top 4 out of the 10.
No, it's just not that many people that's getting that type of money that I would even think of.
Right.
Okay. Caitlinclark. Right. Definitely top 5.
Caitlinclark is on the list. She is number 4.
Okay.
She's a basketball player at Iowa. Hold on. She's a basketball player at Iowa, and she's made $3.1 million in the last year.
Caleb Williams.
I want to come back to that $3.1 million. Caleb Williams. That cat taking the easy way out. Caleb Williams is a
Wait a minute. Now there's stipulations. You asked me to give you 5 names in the top 5 NIL college athletes, right? Okay. Caleb Williams.
Yes. I can't find his number right now, but Caleb is on the top of the list also. He's made like $3.8 million.
Okay.
Who's next?
The quarterback for Texas. I can't remember his name right now.
Very good. 2 quarterbacks from Texas. All right. Quentin Ewers.
Quentin Ewers is the one I'm thinking of.
Is $1.9 million. And Arch Manning is $2.8 million. Okay. Arch is number 5. Arch is in the number 5 spot. Arch is in the number 5 spot. And the other kid that I mentioned,
Ewers. Right.
I got it. He's in the 7th spot.
Okay.
You got more names? You got more names?
Okay.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
I'm going to take a stab, and I'm going to say Marvin Harrison Jr.
No, he was not on the list.
He wasn't on the list. Okay, so I got 4.
I'm certain
I got 4 out of 5.
You did good.
Okay.
But I'm surprised there's 2 you didn't mention.
If you give me a second, there's so many college teams.
And I came from out of nowhere. You didn't know I was going to do this, so that's why I'm trying to show grace for sure. But there's a couple of college kids that look like us that you've got to mention. And you're going to be mad when you don't mention them. So I'm going to give you like another 2 seconds. Okay, Shedeur Sanders.
Damn. I knew that.
Shedeur is number 2 in money, sir.
That's easy.
$4.7 million.
Okay.
Shedeur Sanders has made $4.7 million.
He's driving a Maybach around campus. Him and Deion winning. People can say all they want about Deion, but Deion is always constantly winning.
Okay, Shedeur came in number 2 spot. He was in the number 2 spot with 4.7.
Okay.
Who's the other person that you should know after I mentioned Shedeur Sanders to you?
The other person I should know. Is it the other one?
Seconds. I'm giving you 30 seconds.
It's
Travis Hunter.
Brother.
Travis Hunter.
Damn.
Travis Hunter. 30 seconds. Colorado too.
30 seconds is like a second and a half.
I give you enough time, man. Travis Hunter, man, the quarterback / receiver for the Colorado Buffaloes, also being coached by Deion Sanders, teammate of Shedeur Sanders. He's made $2.4 million. He's in the 6th spot in NIL money.
Hey, listen, a recruiting tactic, okay, that Deion Sanders has. Deion Sanders can walk in these kids' living room and say, I'm going to help you get the bag. I've gotten the bag my whole life. My son just got his bag. That's what they say, the bag, right? Am I using that terminology correctly?
You're not hip at all, but yes, you're using the terminology right.
Shedeur's got the bag. Travis has got the bag. Do you want the bag? Come and play with us.
I said this years ago, man. Who better to set up NIL opportunities with you than someone that's been an NIL king since they were in high school.
High school.
Who better?
The man came up with the whole marketing strategy of prime time.
Right. Yes.
He came up with that as an 18-year-old kid.
This is part of what he does, sir.
Right.
He creates money-making opportunities. Oh, yeah, and not just when he was in high school, but also he's still in bed with all of these companies. The kids, when he was at Jackson State, they were getting outfitted and getting suits and getting cars from Dodge. And if you're trying to be in a position where there's someone that can help you get to the NFL, why not Deion Sanders and Warren Sapp now? If you're trying to create a situation for yourself where you can make the most money in college football, why not a guy that's still the face of like 10 brands right now?
Yeah. Use the proper terminology, though. Use the proper terminology. He helps kids get the bag. Seriously, that's what they say. The bag. I'll help you get the bag.
Okay.
That's a tremendous recruiting tactic. And you have proof to show that what you're saying is actually the case.
It blows my mind, man. Carson Beck was number 10 on the NIL list, the quarterback for Georgia. He made $1.5 million last year. Bama's Jalen Milroe.
The
he
quarterback.
Was number 9 at Bama, okay?
Right.
8 is Angel Reese. We talked about her. Number 7 was Quinny Ewers. We talked about him. We talked about Travis Hunter. We talked about Arch Manning. We talked about Caitlin. Livy Doon. She's number 3 on the list at $3.6 million, and she's a freaking gymnast, sir.
Wow. I've never even heard of her. Never even heard of her.
This is great, man. This is great. The gymnast is 3rd on the list at $3.6 million. And then there's Shador, of course, the 4.7. And you didn't say number 1. It blew my mind you didn't get number 1, man.
Travis Hunter. Or not Travis Hunter, Shador.
Yep. No. I told you Shador was number 2 and Travis Hunter was number 6.
Who was number 1 again?
I'm going to give you 5 seconds to get number 1, man. Bronny James.
I wouldn't even think in a Bron.
Right. Yeah. That's why when I started off, I said it's not specific to basketball, not specific to football.
Right.
It's all of college sports, and you got to think about the names, man.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't people that can't get to LeBron not pay Bronny James some money to get to their daddy?
Man, it's got to be the greatest job in the world to be LeBron James as a kid, man.
Amazing.
like you got the best basketball coach that you could possibly have.
Dude.
The most famous basketball coach you could ever have. He's the all-time lead scorer. I mean, LeBron is cool. He's hip, you know. It's got to be great to be LeBron James as a kid, man.
$4.9 million last year for Bronny. And he averaged 4.3 points a game. He averaged 2-point-something assists a game. He really wasn't even starting, man. But he's getting more NIL money than everybody in college athletics.
Yeah,
only in America.
If you give Bronny an NIL deal, you're getting his dad as kind of like a package deal.
His dad's at the game too.
It's real smart. It's real smart. Right.
His dad is a very present father, like everybody involved with this show. His dad's a very present father that's always with his kid. So if his kid is wearing your.com on his chest, so is his daddy that's standing right beside him.
Yeah.
The pictures are going to show Braun and a lot of pictures with Bronny with the same logo that people are paying him $4.9 million to have.
Yeah. Juju Watkins, man, has a great game, gets 29 points, but they lose to UConn. Okay, so not a big women's college basketball fan all year long, admittedly so. This Isaiah James for North Carolina State, did you peep her?
I did.
Like, I'm looking forward to next year for the James young lady for North Carolina State, for Juju Watkins for Southern Cal. Yep. I want to see what they're going to do the rest of their careers. Juju was a freshman. The North Carolina State young lady. Go ahead.
No way Angel Reese comes back, right? No way.
See, I don't even know how that works. I'm going to keep it real.
She's got another year. And she made 1.8 this year, and next year the highest WNBA player is going to make $250,000. She made 1.8 this year.
That's what I was about to say. This NIL money makes it a
it's
hard
a game
decision.
changer.
Yeah,
I'm not rushing to. If you know what I know, young people that's playing college athletics, Don't be in a rush to get to that real world when you're making more money than the people that you're going to be competing against next year if you decide to go further or go on.
So the women's Final Four, North Carolina State versus South Carolina, Iowa versus UConn. Who you got in those games if you had to pick?
Look, man, I think it's destiny for Caitlinclark to get to the championship. I don't think she dropped 41 last night because she had to. She dropped 41 last night because she ain't no bitch.
You're
She
watching
dropped 41 last night. She was not going to be no chump in that game last night.
You're watching the Two Live Stews experience. It was probably destiny for her to go last year, and she didn't go
because of angelreese and those. Okay, but okay. I gotta say, it's going to be Iowa and it's going to be South Carolina, and I think Dawn Staley and South Carolina will mows Iowa down in the worst way because Dawn ain't going to let her get free shots all night long.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm going to tell you something, man, and most people know we're from the state of South Carolina, so I always root for the South Carolina teams.
Right.
South Carolina scare me, man. These games are too close for them. And last year they didn't win it all. You would think that they would make sure and dominate and blow out all these teams.
No.
All of their games come down to the last couple of minutes, man. I hope they can get this thing done and win Dawn Staley another championship.
You know what I noticed the other night when South Carolina was winning? The freshman Malaysia, who was the SEC player of the tournament in women's sports, the freshman didn't even play a lot in the last game. Dawn's got 2 starting fives, man.
Yeah.
She got 2 starting fives, and they can all play, man. So I think that she will D-up Caitlin, even if she's got to run a box and 1. She's got the talent that can stay with Caitlin, and a lot of other teams don't. LSU didn't have that last night. But Dawn's got some bigs that's got quick feet, man.
Hey, man, listen. There's no way, okay? There's no way that they don't double team Caitlinclark the entire game. And the only way they don't do that is if Dawn Staley's got too much pride and doesn't want to give Caitlin too much credit.
No, she wants to win.
I think that she wants to win, and she wants to win.
She has to shut her down. If it's boxing 1, if it's trapping from the start, not letting her walk it up. You notice that Caitlin always walks the ball up on the backcourt. She always walks it up.
There should be 2 people on her at half court.
And let deny her the ball.
Let the other teammates beat you. I don't understand. I never played organized basketball, but I know that that's what they should be doing.
Deny her the ball. Deny her the ball. Deny her the ball.
Make her get the ball out of her hands, or she's going to turn the ball over, an entire night. It really seems simple to me. You got to make her teammates beat you as opposed to her.
I agree 100%, sir.
The men's final for North Carolina State. North Carolina State got it going on this year. North Carolina State taking on Purdue, and then you got UConn taking on Alabama. I'm pretty sure we're in agreement. UConn's the team to beat, right?
Well, and I didn't want to short UConn women's basketball team in our last conversation that we had just now either. UConn men and UConn women are both playing phenomenal basketball. They're 2 incredible teams, okay? I do like UConn to win versus Alabama, and I do like NC State. I think they're a team of destiny to beat Purdue.
Right. And I think I said Iowa. I think I mixed the teams up. It's Iowa versus UConn. You're exactly right.
And shouts out to the great Juju Watkins, man. Last night, she had 29 points in the game, which gave her 920 points for a freshman. That's the most points ever scored by a freshman. She broke a record that had been around for like 4 decades. What's the lady's name? Tina Hutchinson from San Diego State, 83-84. She scored 900 points as a freshman. Juju, with 29 last night, ended up 920 points for the season to now become the highest scoring freshman in women's college basketball.
Yep. So the men's Final Four, North Carolina State versus Purdue, UConn versus Alabama. We'll mention that quickly when we get back from the break, give you our quick little thoughts on that. And then we're going to get into this top 5, man. We're going to get into this top 5 R&B/soul singers.
Y'all watch how they hold it down to me. Watch how they hold it to me. Watch how they try to hold.
Oh, and by the way, we were talking in the very first segment about, you said, who did you mention? Oh, you mentioned Little Richard.
Yes.
Little Richard is not R&B, soul, or any of that. Little Richard is rock and roll. So if you have Little Richard on your list,
it's my list.
If you have Little Richard on your list,
it's my list.
That's probably gonna hurt you in this poll thing.
No, I have intentions on winning the rest of these top 5, sir.
Okay.
I'm putting time into it. As long
right.
as y'all don't switch the question on me like y'all trying to do tonight, I listen, I'm ready. We're gonna let the people decide.
It's everybody's fault but yours.
Whatever, man.
This is a theme, man. This is a theme.
Whatever.
Two Live Stews experience coming back.
So sweet.
Do any of your friends your age still go to strip clubs?
No.
Now, let me make sure and clean this up a little bit. If there's a strip club out there, a proprietor listening to this show right now, and they like for us to host Monday night at their establishment, we are there. I will come on a strip club retirement for a sponsor.
On Wednesday night or Thursday night or Friday night or Saturday night. I'm not coming to your establishment on Sundays, but every other night of the week, count me in. I'm in.
I'll come on Sunday if it's a check behind it. I will come, okay? Ryan does not have to come. He's got the little small children and whatnot. I will come.
Ladies, we know you wear a lot of hats. From fitness to packing lunches, grocery shopping, and running boutiques, you do it all. But tonight is about taking a break for yourself and not feeling bad about it. Whether you're a fitness enthusiast, a boutique owner juggling the world, or a devoted dog mom like Jen, Southern Edge understands that every woman deserves a moment to relax and do what makes you happy. Courtesy of Southern Edge, the only way to truly taste the moment.
Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Live Stews. The Two Live Stews experience, fueled by the good folks from Southern Edge. Make sure you are paying attention at your local beverage store because we got Tequila Limon coming out. Southern Edge Tequila Limon. Add that with a full shelf of sweet tea vodka as well as salted caramel whiskey. Tequila, Southern Edge style Limon on the way. Flavored tequila, nothing like it. It's delicious, sir. It's delicious.
Somebody posted in the chat room, and shouts out to everybody in the chat room. We got to give more time and attention to the chat room.
I think we should give them a segment. Actually.
Okay. Jam 2 says Juju plays like Kobe.
She is.
Man, let me tell you something.
Juju
and the young lady from North Carolina State both play, and this is not a diss. This is not a negative thing. They both play like dudes. like they both handle the ball. The way they even walk is dude-like.
Watching the game last night with the kids and Mom said they just don't walk like women. I said, well, Mom, if you see them dolled up off the basketball court, I think their walk will be different, their style would be different. Because I've seen some beautiful ladies dressed like beautiful ladies that play basketball, but on this hardwood in competition, they don't want to be looked at as girly girls, man. They're out there balling.
The Ozzie James young lady from North Carolina State and Juju. They even talked about how Juju had been playing since she was 7 years old.
Right.
And I mean, they got true game. game.
Well, real quick, man. I've been saying, and I reminded Tree of this last week. I've been saying this is the 4th week now that this year I watched much more women's basketball than men basketball in the world of college.
Right.
Okay. Sir, tonight alone, there's been men's basketball being played the same time that the women's basketball is being played. Mm-hmm. We hadn't said one thing about a male basketball game tonight. For the last 4 weeks, all I've been talking about with you on this show is women's college basketball. I watched more of that this year than I could ever imagine watching men's.
I think it's a down year. I can't really explain it why, and I think some of it has to do with.
I can explain it, and so can you. You've been explaining it all night, talking about the names of the stars that we're following. Juju, Caitlin, Reese.
Yeah, but I mean, there's great players in the men's game too. It's not magic that this year we're talking more about women's college basketball than the men's college game.
No, it's not magic.
It's a reason to it.
You're seeing what you want to see in basketball in the women's game, and there's names. We're simple humans, man. We like names.
But
my
question to you is, why are there not any stars on that same level that we're talking about in the men's game? That's my question. Like, it's not magic that just, women's college basketball is just to pass men's basketball. No, I don't buy that. There's a reason. There's a specific reason that it's the way it is right now.
Nigga, you not listening to me? You not listening?
Why would you? What?
You're not listening.
Go ahead, man. I don't think
they have the stars. The women in the game that they are playing has the stars. We've mentioned 8 different names tonight. And not only that, on the top 10 NIL list that I just mentioned, okay, I did not name one male basketball player, but I named 3 women.
Yeah, you just don't understand the point I was trying to make. But we can move on. In the men's game, what?
Your point don't make no sense.
Right. Okay. In the men's game, the Final Four, you got North Carolina State versus Purdue and UConn versus Alabama. Got to see Alabama play for the first time this weekend. They are fun. They are really, really fun to watch. I would love to see North Carolina State, come away and win this thing, because I have no rooting interest in Purdue or UConn. So I'd like to see North Carolina State shock the world, Lorenzo Charles style, when they won the national championship. Was probably 30, 40 years ago. But probably, man, it's going to be UConn with Bobby Hurley's or Danny Hurley's team, who won it last year, and they're probably the odds-on favorite to win it again this year.
You done, man? You done?
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares, man? Who cares, man? Who prepared that for you? Trump people prepared that statement for you just now? Who cares, man? Have you watched one game in its entirety in the men's game in the tournament this postseason? 68 teams. You did watch some games in its entirety?
Yeah.
A couple of them. You lying to save face. That's cool, man. Yeah. The men's game.
That's all that's on is college basketball. What do you mean I didn't watch a college basketball game? You said in the tournament, right?
The men's game is nowhere near as attractive as the women's right now, because there's like 10 to 12 women players that we all want to see what they do when they're on the basketball court. Yeah, man. Yeah. But okay, I understand, man. You were talking about top 5s, man. Cat got 3 daughters, man, and I just, I don't understand sometimes, man. It is
so
not
top.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You gonna keep on stuttering while I'm trying to talk?
Go ahead, man.
So top 5. The top 5 male R&B / soul male singers over the last, or we said forever. We said all time. Okay? So coming in at number 5 for me is the great KC from Jodeci. It's been an hour since you've been gone, and that's too long, so come back home. So coming in at number 5 is KC from Jodeci. Number 4, Keith Sweat.
Love Keith.
Let me hear you tell me you love me. Let me hear you say you'll never leave me. Ooh, babe, that would make me feel so right. That's number 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 3, the great Barry White, and you probably won't even remember this one. This is the great Secret Garden.
What?
I'll take good care of you. That's what a man is supposed to do. So I got the great Barry White at number 3. Coming in at number 2, all right, the namesake for this entire poll, number 2 on my list, the top 5 male R&B soul singers of all time, is the great Marvin Gaye. All right. Baby, I'm hot just like an oven.
Yeah.
I need some loving.
Sing it, man. Sing it, man.
And baby. Yes, that's great Marvin Gaye coming in number 2. I see Tree in the background. They can't see Tree in the green room. Tree right now is just doing all of this.
Well, but she's also doing some other things too. Okay?
Right. And coming in at number 1 of the all-time greatest R&B and soul singers of all time. Oh, so long for this night I pray that a star would guide you my way to share with me this special day. A rhythm in the stars for our love. There you go. There go my top 5. Can I get a round of applause?
That's very good, man.
Can I get a round of applause, man?
Yep, good, man. That's very good. That's very good, man.
Yes.
That's very good, man.
Tree, settle down, Tree. I know.
Tree, I saw your hand raised a second ago. Please come in, Tree. Tree, please come in. I saw your hand raised. Please. Thank you. Thank you.
Tree,
please.
Tree, don't embarrass me, Tree. Thank you. Don't embarrass me.
Go for it, Tree.
Really?
Thanks, Tree.
I challenge you. We can,
Not to
first
sing.
of all, why would you pick that Barry White song? There's other ones that you could, because I think if I work with you, you know.
That's the first one that came to my mind.
But Douglas, like, there's
Tree,
so
what do you
many...
mean you want to work with me? Work with me on what? You mean you
want
me to work with you?
She could be a voice coach. She could be a voice coach.
I don't need a voice coach. I'm good. Clearly, you heard that. I don't need a voice coach. Thanks, Tree.
We've got some overlapping names on our list. All right. We'll have Tree put mine up right now, man. I'm not.
But I think your list is going to disqualify you because you're going to put somebody that's pop or something like that.
Number 5, the great Al Green.
Oh, you got Michael Jackson. This one's a wrap. The
great James Brown.
This was a wrap.
And Tree questioned me about James Brown, man. But all I know is a lot of soul is sung in every single song that he sings. And our mama and daddy them grew up on James Brown, man. Okay, James Brown's number 3. At number 2.
Back up. What did Tree say James Brown is?
I don't understand how you can chastise him about Little Richard, but then, and I figured that you picked James Brown because of like growing up in your house. Like, I don't know your parents, but I was like, oh, that's why he picked that. But Douglas, you have a problem. You said that Little Richard, they're the same person. Like,
they are. Thank you.
Little Richard and James Brown?
That's correct.
One's more feminine, one's giving masculine.
No, I think Little Richard characterized what he did. He said it, that what he did was rock and roll before everybody else started doing it. That's what I think. I don't think James Brown ever categorized himself as a rock and roll artist. That's what I think.
I know he didn't. I see. I get, well, anyway, I was questioning James Brown, but I knew it had to be because of Ralph and Miss Brenda.
So Tree, one more thing, Tree, before you go. Let me get your initial thoughts. Number 2 on Ryan's list is Michael Jackson. I'm sorry. Does he automatically lose because of that Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson can sing. Oh my God,
but he's not characterized as soul and R&B. Is that correct or not?
Characterized
what are you talking about? You're on drugs. You're on drugs.
Well,
you're on drugs.
The Caucasity gave him that, but he is R&B to us, to the majority.
He's never been R&B to me. Man, I love Michael Jackson.
Music. Think about his music, man.
Pop, the king of pop.
Who we didn't coin
that. It says it on his birth certificate, the king of pop.
Yeah, no. And also, man, number 1 is Prince. My list is going to crush you. This would be the biggest win that I've ever had. Prince at number 1, Michael Jackson at number 2, Stevie Wonder at number 3. You agree with Stevie. James Brown at number 4, and the great Al Green, Sexual Healing on Your Behind at number 5. Sexual.
Yeah, and listen, I love
Prince.
I love Prince, but once again, Prince is not R&B or soul. I don't think.
Is something that's good for me.
I think Prince is not R&B or soul, and we're gonna let the people decide. We'll put
I was about to say, man, you can think whatever you want. I'm gonna think and let the people vote and let the people decide.
Right.
It's not in my hands. I've done all I can do at this point. I've done all I can do, and I'm signing it over. And the people, they get to go and vote on our Facebook page, on YouTube. They get to vote, and they're gonna back me up on this, man. You picked 2 crackheads to be on your list. That's on you.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
so wait a minute. Let's clarify this. I did not have JoJo. These are individuals. I had KC. JoJo is. I did not send JoJo's name to Tree.
But man, they come as a pair. They come as a pair, man.
Excuse me. Do not let Are we pulling receipts?
Yes.
Are we pulling
Pull a
receipts?
receipt.
Oh,
Pull a receipt.
I'll be back. One moment.
Okay.
No,
thank
no,
you.
Tree. No, don't leave, Tree. Tree,
No,
don't
let
leave.
her go.
Tree, don't
Let
leave.
her Tree. Tree always talking. They ain't got no receipts to show for it. I know exactly what I texted her today. I said KC from Jodeci.
My
I didn't
list
say
is gonna crush you.
KC and JoJo. I said
My list is gonna crush you.
KC from Jodeci.
So, well, for the record, when you introduced your list, you did not bring this evidence forward. You said KC and JoJo when you were talking about your list
No, I
just
didn't.
now.
Tree.
Okay.
Okay, Tree. She's found it. Come back on, Tree.
Hi.
Uh-huh.
You know, ever since I won
Don't play
the
with me, Tree.
championship,
Tree, don't play with me. You better not play with me
championship,
because I come with receipts.
and I beat Douglas.
One thing I
about
come
Marvin
with is
Gaye.
receipts.
Okay, he did. I am incorrect.
Thank you, Tree. How
And
do we
I
get rid of your screen off of here?
Like you,
Yeah. All right, whatever. I always come with receipts. People be trying to clown me on this show. My own brother, I have to show receipts. Tree try to clown me. I show receipts. I'm the receipt man.
You like this experience, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. It's in y'all's hands, listeners. Stewettes. It's in y'all's hands.
I didn't
Please.
put no damn JoJo on my list. I hate JoJo. JoJo, man.
Last time I saw the performing, man, KC was walking around with JoJo on his shoulders, man.
But you know what, though? They're doing their sobriety is going very well.
Good.
I think they were. I don't want to say they were on crack.
As I sip on this Southern Edge Tequila Limon, I'm glad their sobriety is working for them.
I'm not going to say that they did crack anything, but those guys were in bad shape about 10, 15 years ago.
Man,
I think I've heard they're doing a lot better with that, and they're not, having those issues anymore. Pray for Jodeci brothers, man, Casey and JoJo.
I saw JoJo at what's the concert in Buckhead? The amphitheater in Buckhead.
In Buckhead.
What's it called?
You saw them at Chastain when he
Chastain
had him on
Park.
his neck. He was on
Chastain
his
Park.
neck. I was at that concert.
KC was carrying JoJo around. JoJo was every bit of 73 pounds. So
yeah,
everyone knows what them cats was doing on them streets, man. 73 pounds.
Them cats was in bad shape at one time. But I'm going to tell you, the younger people watching this right now, man.
They can sing.
The younger people watching this right now that don't remember Jodeci in their heyday, man, Jodeci's first two albums were just masterpieces. Wow. I can play them albums right now. Jodeci, Keith Sweat. I came this close to putting Keith Sweat on my list too. Right. Jodeci, and I did put Keith Sweat on my list. So Jodeci, Keith Sweat, the Great Naughty Dread.
The Great Naughty Dread is in the building with the
Naughty Dread. A round of applause, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. What up, Naughty?
What's happening?
Hey, man, real quick, man. I'm being told by Old National that Bronny James has entered the transfer portal. Can you check that out real quick, man, and holler back at us, man?
Sure thing.
Okay, appreciate you, player. The Great Naughty Dread in the building.
So the Great Naughty Dread used to be one of our interns back in the day.
Right.
On terrestrial radio. We won't even say the name of the station.
12 decades ago, man.
But Jodeci, man, Keith Sweat first couple of albums, man, were just masterpieces. I mean, just masterpieces. Incredible. Do yourself a favor. If you're a greenhorn and you never heard Jodeci first couple of albums, go back and listen to them, man. For real.
Yeah. All right, man. Look, it's been wonderful, man. I am again, before we go, I do want to make sure that the Stewies and the Stewettes vote on this top 5 poll. Okay?
Right.
And vote with your hearts. Don't let the Jedi mind tricks that Doug Stewart tries to play affect you and your thoughts. Okay?
So
vote with your heart and do what's right with your vote.
Can I make my campaign speech now?
Please.
Okay.
Please.
One thing that we will do on this show is follow rules. Okay. So clearly the rules were broken by the younger Stu.
No.
Because the younger Stu plays some pop and gospel guys in his top 5.
Gospel guys.
As opposed to the top 5 soul and R&B singers of all times.
Right.
Prince and Michael Jackson are pop.
No,
just know that before you vote.
Right,
and vote with not only your head, but also your heart. There we go. There we go.
It's
you
sad,
did it 2
man.
weeks in a row. You did it 2 weeks in a row, man.
It's sad, man.
You got to pay attention to the instructions. You got to pay attention to the instructions. What? You don't have anything to say?
No, it's just mind blowing, man. How you switch things up and you make stuff up. Especially in our community. Everybody in our community, when you're talking about R&B and you're talking about soul, you're not gonna get no deeper than Michael Jackson was singing R&B when he was 8 years old, man. When he was 8 years old, the Michael Jackson with the big nose, 8 years old, man.
All right, man. Well, let's let the people decide, man. I'm pretty confident. You want to put a side wager on this one? That the people are going to side with me?
I feel confident about it, man.
Okay.
20 wings in a 12-pack.
I don't eat no wings. You know that. Stop that.
Okay. What do you want to bet? For rabbit food? What is it? What do you want to do?
I'll bet you $1 that I'm going to win this poll because the people are going to use common sense and they're going to look at a list that has 2 pop singers. One is actually even called the King of Pop. They're going to look at a list with 2 pop singers and say, I got to go with the other list because the other list follow the directions of the poll.
Quick question for you.
Okay.
It is the Two Live Stews experience. USC basketball, Bronny James to enter the transfer portal, NBA future halted. So everybody kept trying to push Bronny to go to the NBA, and he's decided that he's going to, thank you, Nadi, he's decided that he's going to get into the transfer portal.
So two things.
To my understanding, I think, I got a source that says Penn State is the team that he might be going to. I don't know why or for what reason.
I saw that yesterday. I think that was an April Fool's joke.
Oh, well, okay, all right.
I think it might have been an April Fool's joke. We can find out. But if he did get into the portal, it makes sense because that's a new bag that he's going to secure with that new team. Okay,
that's true.
They're going to say the same thing that you said earlier. Like if he's on their team, LeBron's going to be at their games.
Right.
So it makes sense.
Which is why I don't understand him.
Oh, and the other thing I wanted to say was I haven't heard anybody say that they think he was going to go to the NBA.
Well, that was the talk a while back.
Before he got to college, you think?
Yeah.
Is what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah. He was going to be a one and done. He won.
Yeah.
Everybody insists that it's very important to LeBron that he plays 1 year with Bronny. That's been the talk on the street. LeBron wants to get 1 year in with his son. He was going to stay around until he gets 1 year in with his son. And with LeBron doing what he's been doing, that ninja went 9 for 10 from behind the three-point line in his last game. He went 9 for 10 at 39 years old. Mm-hmm. He's got 2 or 3 more years to play. So Bronny's got another year or 2 to develop to then go where his dad is going to be at the play.
Yeah, I think people thought that LeBron or Bronny, I think people thought Bronny was going to come in and dominate.
Thank you, Maurice Bird.
He really didn't dominate this past year. He's really
so
not an NBA player right now.
USC's coach is leaving and going to SMU, I think.
Okay.
He might follow his coach to SMU in Dallas. That's from Maurice Bird. Shouts out to you, Stewie, Maurice Bird. I don't know why he would want to leave Southern Cal. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why he would want to follow a coach to SMU in Dallas, Texas, that didn't really play him at USC. Why would he go there?
Right.
So we'll stay in touch with it. It's a good story. It's gonna make for some good conversation, man.
All right, so we'll be back Thursday, man. We'll be back Thursday.
So what you about to do tonight, man?
Get ready for work, man. I gotta go make the donuts in the morning, man.
Wow, man.
What about you? You hitting them streets?
I'm gonna put these kids to bed, man. Enjoy a fine cigar outside the lodge hall with some friends, man.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep. I think they got a little fire out there. Maybe cool now. It was 84 degrees today.
A little bonfire?
Yeah, put a little bonfire out there, man. We're going to sip on some of this new Southern Edge tequila limon. Smoking a stogie or two, man. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, real quick, I got to give a grade to the great Tree Taylor. Tree, you get an A today. Outstanding job.
Tree, you get an A too, Tree. Yeah.
Yep.
Even though you tried to put me on the spot and put your own damn self on the spot. Go ahead, Ryan.
The great Naughty Dread stepped up, helped us out today, man.
I give a man Naughty an A. Remind me to tell you a story about Naughty and his fantasy football league, man. One of these shows.
Hey, man, that's my guy, man. We go way back, man.
He's my guy too.
Look, man, you were all over the place today. You started off rough. You always switching this top 5 up. I don't quite understand what you be thinking.
It's in writing. It's in writing.
You tried to force college male basketballs down our throat today, like you Ron Germany or something. It was the craziest thing ever.
I'm who?
Ron Germany. It was the craziest thing ever. But man, when it comes to the grades, I'm looking at all the notes and I see an A+, man. Outstanding show on your behalf.
Can I get a round of applause from the
Outstanding
studio
show
audience? What the hell are we paying the studio audience
Yeah,
for, man? If
right.
they can't give a brother a round of applause for an A.
They back there, man. They back there. They back there.
Damn.
They back there. They don't really like you.
And you.
They don't really like you.
Even though you try to use this crutch of somebody changing up the top 5 on you, which is not true. And even though you told 8 lies in 3 minutes at the beginning of the show,
that's not true.
I still think you get an A, man. You get an absolute A.
Thank you, man. See, you hear the difference in the crowd for my applause and yours? You see the balloons? They love me, man. Watch this.
Man.
They love me, man.
Whatever.
They love me, man.
Hey, everybody that listens to the
with
show.
that 1989 technology you got, you can't do things like that. You can't do things like this.
It's a lie. My computer is not from 1989, Donald Trump. My computer is not from 1989.
Put a heart on the screen. Put a heart on the screen right now.
I'm not putting no damn heart on the screen.
That's what I thought.
Everybody that's listening to the show right now, please tell at least 2 people when you hang up tonight to tune into the show Thursday night at 8 p.m.
Hey, man, you know who Dub Slim is?
Yes, absolutely.
Willie Haynes, one time to you, man. We appreciate you, brother. I hate
Yes,
to
sir.
give out your government name, but the music you're making is outstanding, exquisite, and we're going to keep playing it, man. Shouts out to BMX, a.k.a. Pee-wee. We appreciate you, Pee-wee, man. You putting it down for us. And Jinkster Jester.
Pee-wee used to run that ball back in 76, 77, man.
Pee-wee played sports, man?
Yeah.
Pee-wee played sports?
Yeah, he played running back.
He was good?
For the Monks going to, I don't think he was on the Cowboys. I think he was on the Stags. The Monks going to Stags.
You played Stags before you got to the Cowboys.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. Pee-wee used to
I
run
didn't
that
know
ball.
that, man.
Him, the great Rob Lane, rest in peace. Rob used to run that, quote that tater too.
I think about Rob all the time, man. Hey, Stewies, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, Stewies. You deserve the applause. Even if Tree don't want you to get it, you deserve it, Stewies. So I had to give it to you. All right, now, go ahead back to the music, Tree. Go ahead back to the music. I'm sorry. And shouts out to everybody that's listening, man. The Two Last Tuesday Experience. Southern Edge Beverage, CO.com is where you can find the spirits. Tequila coming soon. The Limon tequila. Of course, the sweet tea flavored vodka and the salted caramel whiskey. We really appreciate y'all, and we look forward to spending some time with y'all on Thursday evening. Peace.